I'm going to start with this sled and let it snow from Dollar Tree, as well as this wood board I picked up at Michael's. And I went ahead and I got my sign here and I went ahead and I painted the sled with sage green, and then I used the Waverly Antique Wax on the bottom part, and then again the sage on the Let It Snow, and then just a little white paint on the snowflake. This ribbon is also from Dollar Tree and it matches perfect. This is a snowflake. Shoot, I don't remember where I found it, but you'll definitely be able to find snowflakes at Dollar Tree. I just felt like there was this like big open negative space there, so I thought if I took that ribbon and just kind of wrapped it around, you see how it looks? It just seemed too naked. So I'm just putting this piece of ribbon around there just to, like I said, just give it a little bit more of a visual balance. So I'll go ahead and just take my hot glue and I will glue that down. And now it's just a matter of gluing everything down, and then I have a beautiful piece of home decor for winter. Now you are going to see a theme throughout these projects that all have this minty green color. It's sage, I guess is what they're calling it, but I feel like it's a minty winter color. And you'll see what color, what inspired me is the next project, the glass that I found at Dollar Tree, is absolutely gorgeous. And then I had scrapbook paper in my stash that was also the same color. Divine, divine, divine. Look, even my glue gun matches. I do use that other glue gun there. I put white hot glue in it, so that way if you see it, it just kind of looks like a snowdrop. These votives are stunning from Dollar Tree. Also, I'm going to use these two tea light glass candlesticks, but look at these. Are those not stunning? They are so beautiful, and they're just trees, so they don't look, you know, Christmassy. I'm going to use I went ahead and I cut out some cardstock there to fit the glass tops. You could also use these candlesticks as well. I accidentally broke, I was going to use those and then I accidentally broke one, so I had to go with plan B. So I just took these wood snowflakes from Dollar Tree and I painted them white, and now I'm going to glue on the cardstock here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these candlesticks down upside down, and I want them to have a good space, a good adherence spot, but I'm also going to fill the bottoms of those tea lights, so we'll make it a really cute bottom. I'm going to use some of this that came in my Michael's grab bag last year, but you could use any, you know, white snow or foamies or just any white stems, whatever you think will look pretty in the bottom of your tea light there. Again, I'm just going to cut a little piece of this off, and I'm going to add a little snow-covered pine cone as well. And then once I like the way that looks in my tea light, I will go ahead and glue that down. Again, I'm going to use white hot glue stick, so that way I don't have to worry about it looking funky, and I'm actually then going to go around it one more time with the uh, glue stick there, and it kind of look like snow. So I will do that for both of these candle holders. Then using some E6000, I'm going to go ahead and glue that votive holder onto the top. And I think these make the high-end looking candle holders. Look how beautiful those are. I'm telling you, those votives are gorgeous. And I think it's a fun little addition to put the bottoms on as well. I like to pick up signs like this at garage sales because it had a nice whitewash behind it, and I'm going to cover it anyway. But again, Dollar Tree has signs like that. Here's a paper pack from close to my heart. I don't know how old it is, but again, it was in my stash and it matched perfect. So I cut out some pieces of that paper. It had these kind of little stickers and little craft colored little cutouts. Remember, if you don't have little cutouts like this, of course you can use your Cricut, or you can just print them out on some cardstock and hand cut them out. But I'm going to go ahead and I kind of play around with some of the elements. I know this is going kind of fast, but you'll see me glue all the elements down here in a minute. But I love pattern paper and mixing them, so I had this piece right here, which was just some pine cones, and using my double stick tape, I will tape that down. Now, whenever I'm working with paper and paper crafting, I do like to use some of the 3D foam tape from Dollar Tree to pop up some of it, and I think that gives it some nice dimension and makes it look higher end. So then I cut out this blue piece here. It has like the birchwood trees, and this was some twine that came with it. It's white with some gold in it, and I'm just gonna tape it to the back here and wrap it around twice, and this will just give it some more dimension, a little bit more I don't know what I want to say, decoration. And then I will glue this down to the paper as well. I love these double stick tape runners. I've been using them for at least 15 years. So they're just always my number one. It's by Tombow. I will link them down below. I'm going to go ahead, and this was just a little piece. It had like music notes that I thought was really cute too. Okay, so now this was one of the ones that came with the kit. It says Winter Wishes, and I just backed it with another piece of their white pattern paper. But here's where I'm going to use that foam tape. I'm going to pop it up off of the page there. This is going to, like I said, give it a little bit more interest. And it's just a matter of gluing down those other elements using either pop-up tape or, in this case, I used a glue stick because I could not find my precision tip glue. I have since found it, thank goodness. But I recommend the precision tip glue better. But again, all I had was my glue stick. But that is it for this project. It's so beautiful. I love paper. I love working with paper. It's always on sale at Michael's and Joann's. You can just find these paper pads that have all these interesting elements, but then you could also buy it per sheet too. Also, Hobby Lobby carries the sheets as well. Dollar Tree carries this birchwood ribbon as well as these wood cup holders, or not cup holders, pencil holders. And so that's actually a really good size. It almost covers it completely. I'm going to make it cover from the top down because we are going to put something around the bottom. But this is some pretty cool ribbon. I've had it for a while. It's in their everyday ribbon, not like in their seasonal. So you should still be able to find this no problem. And I'm just going to use the double stick tape again. You could use glue, Mod Podge, whatever you want. This is just so easy and non-messy. I love anything that is not messy that I have to clean up. So I just go ahead and I wrap this around the holder. Okay, I'm going to use this ornament here from Dollar Tree. It almost fits perfectly, but since it doesn't, I am going to have to cut it. I'm using my heat tool here. It just releases the glue so I can rip this off gently because I am going to reuse it. So it does, like I said, it doesn't quite fit and it does, break apart, but then we're just going to cover that up back with that element. Now, if you can't find something like this still at Dollar Tree, you can use a scrunchie. You can use one of their fuzzy scrunchies. I'm trying to think if there's any other fuzzy things, but get creative. I find that I use scrunchies quite a bit in decorating, so check out that section. But I'm just going to glue this back down so it sits flat, and that is it. Now I have another candle holder, or you could put other items in this, but I just think it goes really well with the other items that I have made so far. For this project, I'm using 3 of these signs from Dollar Tree. I just hit it really hard and it pops off really easily. I'm actually only popping one of them off. You could pop 2 off if you wanted. And then, like I said, I had like 3 different ones in my stash. I had a St. Patrick's Day and a Valentine's and you saw, fall. I'm going to stack them on top of each other, and this is just going to look like a little crate. So of course you could use a crate as well, a little box. There's all sorts of things you could use instead. Again, I have way too many of these things in my stash, and I've got to start using things up. But anyhow, I'm just using my wood glue here to stack them up, and what we're going to do is make a little winter scene. This was so easy to make, too easy to make, but I think it looks so beautiful, and this would also make a cute Christmas scene next year if you'd like, but there's so many cute snowy elements. So this is a stem from Michael's, $9.99. I'm sure it's at least 50 to 60% off now if you run in there. It was in my Michael's grab bag last year. And so I am just going to cut off this extra stem here, and then I'm just going to kind of bend it around so it fits down into this. You don't need floral foam or anything. This particular one is so thick it just sits in there no problem. And you see there, I've kind of bent up the top portion because I kind of want that to be like my background, like the top of the back part. So I just sit here and I fold in until I get it to look the way I want. And then I'm just going to start filling it with elements from Dollar Tree that I can put down in it and make it look so wintry. At this point, I did want to add little white bottle brush trees. They were not in my craft room. I had to go find them. And so when you see the finished project, you will see that I did add two bottle brush trees in there as well. And then of course I am just wrapping this around and just giving it a little bow for the front, and then this project's complete. That little lantern does light up, so definitely adds to that warm wintry decor. This ribbon too is also from Michaels. I'm telling you, run in there, get yourself some stuff on clearance. That is always how I get the more expensive craft items, is on clearance. Okay, I am going to make a big bow here because it is going to go on a swag. So what I do is I decide where I want my pegs on my ribbon maker. So this ribbon here is from Hobby Lobby. It's also that birch wood looking ribbon. You can get this one year round, and I always get my ribbon at least half off. So here I decide, nope, I want it to be a little bigger. So this is the easiest way to make a bow for me, and that is you just wrap it around however many loops you want. So in this case, I want a 3 looper. And then you see there, that is going to be my tails. I wish I had made them a little bit longer, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner there, and I'm just going to cinch that middle up and use my pipe cleaner to get it all adhered together. So then once I get that pipe cleaner on, I will go ahead and I will just pull out the loops there and fluff it up, and it's super easy peasy. This bow maker is off Amazon. It's only $10, so it's nice to have in your stash. There's other types of bows you can make. This is just the one I make and find the easiest. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next section. I move the pegs forward so that way this bow is going to be a little bit smaller. So I'll go ahead and I will wrap this around the same way. So again, there's my tail, and then I'm going to wrap it around so it has 3 loops, and I will repeat the process on all of these bows. They're going to all look the same, but they're going to be big, medium, and small. Once I get them all together, I will take another pipe cleaner and put all the bows together. I'd like to invite you over to Instagram. My name over there is dollar__mom. I share DIYs like this, but I also share tips, other budget friendly home decor, as well as my personal life. So if you would like to join me over there, I would sure enjoy you. Okay, then I'm going to grab one of these snowflake ornaments from Dollar Tree and I'm going to add it to the center here. It doesn't need to be there, but I ended up really liking it. And then what we're going to do is just add this to 2 stems. Again, I got them from Michael's in my grab bag. I know, aren't these amazing stems that I have gotten from Michael's last year? I'll tell you a little story here while I figure this out. I just pull the stems, by the way, until I get where it's going to be perfect for that bow. And then I'll use some zip ties to zip tie those together. But anyhow, so I went in first thing, getting my grab bag, and I was looking for the florals. And I was like, because that's what I always want to get. And I look over and the lady is filling the bags for the florals. And I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of went over there and I was like, oh, are these going to be for the grab bags? And she's like, yeah, I'm just now getting to it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for you. And she goes, here. And she just gave me a bag, an empty bag, and said, go ahead, fill it up. So I walked through this section and I filled it up with all the ones I wanted. So I didn't get any duds or anything. And I got hundreds of dollars of stems for $5. Now the grab bags are going up to $10 this year. Big bummer, but still definitely worth it. If you'd like to see more winter DIYs, I have linked them right here. And until next time, happy crafting.